Okay folks, today we're going to test this 1965 to 1967 Chevrolet stereo multiplex adapter. And what this unit does is it will take 65 to 67 Chevrolet AM FM radios, and this includes Impala, Chevelle, Nova, and Corvair, so everything but Corvette basically. And it will take the stereo by plugging into the underside of it, right where your radio will have an eliminator plug in it that looks something like this, if it'll focus. Anyhow, you pull this out, plug that puppy in, and what it does is it turns the radio from a mono channel radio, so a single audio channel coming out, to a 4-channel stereo radio. And you get controls for volume, tone, and then balance and front and rear fade. Really cool setup. These were rare when they were new, and they're really hard to find now, especially ones that work at all. So anyway, I had a couple customers ask for one of these, and I have one on the shelf, so I figured I would test it out and get it posted. We have it hooked up to a 65 Corvair AM FM, which you can find in my other listings as long as it hasn't sold. And we're going to test it out today. Again, this will work in all 65 to 67 AM FM radios for, let's see, 67 Camaro, Chevelle, Nova, Impala, and Corvair. And we have it hooked up to a 12-volt power supply, the correct 8-ohm speaker, and an antenna. And we're going to test it out. I tested it just a little bit ago. It does put audio out of all 4 channels, but 2 of them are kind of garbled. And sometimes that's just where this wire connects into this this multi-prong connector here. But I'm just going to sell it this way because it should be serviced before it's installed anyhow, just because these old radio components just have a tendency to degrade with age because they have capacitors and things like that in them. So it's a good idea to have something tuned up like this before you install it. But anyway, we're going to test it. So I'll turn it on. You'll hear a little you'll hear the radio, how do I explain this, trying to get started, and that's because we're just hooked up to a 3-amp power supply, so it's kind of pulling for power. That's right there. That's what I was talking about. Anyway, we're hooked up. The way this works is once you turn the radio, or once you hook the multiplex into the radio, the volume control on the radio simply becomes an on-off switch. It doesn't control the volume anymore. The volume is now controlled by the multiplex adapter. Okay. We also have tone, so you can see that's bass, treble. We have balance, so we're hooked up to a single channel now. So one way will make us fade out, the other way will come all the way in, and then same with front and rear. We're hooked up to 1 channel, so it'll fade back to the rear, and this is a front channel here. Anyway, I'm going to show you that all the audio channels work. First of all, it doesn't make a bunch of crackling when you adjust the volume, which is nice. And here is our speaker connector. So there are 2 grounds and 4 audio channels on this connector here. And I'm going to show you that they all work. They all play pretty loud, but as I said earlier, let me see if I can do this. So, no, that's not going to work. How about like that? That'll work. Okay, so this is one audio channel. Here's another one. This is the garbled one. You can see it's loud, but it doesn't come in correctly. And then let's see. Here's another one. And then finally, I think one's up here. Yeah, so you can see it. It plays loud on the garbled one, but something's going on. I don't know what it is. Like I said, it could be this connector down here, but I don't know. We'll go back to one of the ones that's not garbled, just so we can finish this test out here. Okay, you'll see this is the stereo indicator light. Sorry about the focus, guys. I'm trying to get it to focus for you. So this is the stereo indicator light. It only comes on when a strong FM stereo signal's tuned in, so I'll go through the dial here in a minute and show you. You'll see more in the pictures, but these tend to have a tendency to get like just little age cracks in them. So there's a little age crack right there, and then maybe something right there. But really, this one's a pretty darn nice one. You can read it really good. So anyway, let me take you through a couple channels here. You'll see it come on and off. So when a strong stereo signal's turned in, it turns on. Pretty cool. Just really cool. Anyway, if you've been looking for a factory AM FM, gets really loud, stereo multiplex adapter, look no further, guys. This one's really cool. Like I said, it should be serviced, but the original connector's still here for the radio. It's been spliced right here. It's also got a ground cable attached to it, and then the original speaker connector is intact and uncut. The finish on the multiplex is really nice. The chrome is quite nice. There's light pitting and things. The black on the front here and between the ribs could use touching up. But really, overall, I hope I look this good when I'm 50 years old. Anyway, guys, don't miss it. These are getting really hard to find, and every time one sells, it gets put in a car, and it's no longer available. So they're just getting rarer by the day. Thanks.